Hello, everyone. This is Ellen Campbell with Sewing on Wheels. Today, I am talking with you about the insulation of my camper and the curtains I'm interested in making for the windows. And I'm going to start off showing y'all what I have. I have four of this color curtains. And y'all, this is from the thrift store. And it is thin so you can see through them. And my plans for this is to take it's a long curtain. I'm gonna measure my windows and I'll be cutting, and I have two of these, and I have two of these. This is the thick insulated curtain. It's gold on this side and white on the opposite side. And I will be measuring the front part with the gray and white color with this gold color, and I will be sewing them together to make a thicker curtain. These will be my blackout curtains for the camper. And I am so happy and so excited. Now look how long this is. Yeah, this is this here long and extra long, like they come out of a hotel or a big restaurant or something. This a lot of fabric. I will be using these, and I have some of this. I took one of Lou's, and it's a little thin scarf, garland like, that I will be putting around my window, sort of like draped over it, like, instead of having a vine. I might add a vine still later, but this is it. And I'm so excited. All this come from the thrift store. Y'all, these here, this here was $1. And I have three of them. And I have one, two, yeah, I have about three windows I can put this over. I have two on one wall, which will be in the kitchen area. Lord, I got more than that. I have the big long window that be directly behind the vehicle by the tow bar. I have that big long window, and I have to think of something for that as well. But I have started. And today, I'm talking to you today about my insulation, using cardboard boxes to insulate this camper. And for one reason, a lot of insulation is lightweight. The pink R13, it might have a little bit more weight than foam. I'm not sure. But this is how I'm going to do this. I'm collecting my boxes, and I have a few in the camper, but I'm saving boxes, collecting boxes, and I have 2 gallons of the white Elmer's glue, and I'm going out or outside or out back, and I'm gonna open up all the boxes. The larger box, I will lay it out, open it up, lay it out flat from the seams, and then I will take a trowel, like a mud mixer kind of trowel or a spatula trowel, and just spread my Elmer's glue over the bottom, over the box, over the bottom base box. And I will use the side with the words on it and start my glue on top of the words. And then I would take another box, if it's the same side, and just glue them face to face down so no words will be showing. And once I get them glued down, I will lay on some bricks or 2x4s or boards or whatever I have with weights on it that I can leave it on to let it dry, sit out most of the day to dry. Leave that weight on it. I will do that a couple times to make a couple pieces, and then I will come back the next day and try some more glue over the top of one of the pieces had dried, and then I will lay the second piece on top of the first piece and apply weight and let them dry again, which will give it a little depth. And this will be my insulation for the camper, which going lightweight. It's like recycling, and using cardboard box will work. And at the same time, it's coming up to winter season's about to come in, and they will have the plastic out. And I will buy maybe 5 or 10 packs of the plastic sheets, and I will cut them in the width that I need for the boxing. And at the same time, I will let a little overhang from the top, from roof down, over my box installation to keep out all moisture. That's what I'm trying to do here. And I will take some spray adhesive and go inside and spray the adhesive on the wall, which is metal right now, and it's aluminum with metal aluminum studs inside the wall, and I don't want to mess up any of those studs or any of the metal that will show from the outside. So I will spray adhesive, and I will put that plastic barrier up there first, and then I will kind of fold it around my cardboard box. Just put it in there and fold it around a little bit to seal it in. And my walls is only 1 inch thick, so I will either do 1 inch thickness of the cardboard and let dry, and then once I get it 1 inch thick, I could take my skill saw, my jigsaw, or my hand saw. It's box. I'm just cutting the box like it lumber and putting it in there, sealing the wall, using the plastic as my moisture barrier to protect my cardboard. And I will go ahead and complete all the walls the same way. Once I get all of it done, I will either use more cardboard boxing to glue more all together for the walling area. Just glue it all together to make a complete wall. Once I get the walls complete and glued adhered together, excuse me, then I will cover that box, which I am interested in some beautiful orange or aqua blue type of wallpaper that I can peel and stick to that cardboard box. And once I cover it with all the wallpaper, then I will get me some 2x4s, probably some 2x4x12s. Give them 12 feet long, so I know I have lots of long strips, and I can cut them as I need them. By them being 2x4s, 2x4x12s, I can cut them, and I also can weave the stripping together to make them look as one whole piece. Just sealed it in. Once I cut my strippings to strip around the edges to tie everything in nicely, I will hand sand them to smooth them, or I will use a smaller sander just to get it sand down real good. And I probably get me a mouse sander. That might work better. And get them sanded down real good, and continue until I'm done. Once I'm done, I will also have to do the walls for my bathroom area. And I thought about weaving the walls, but I can do these same walls using these cardboard boxes. Use the cardboard boxes, glue them together, and trim out my measurement that I need for the wall. And I have a demonstration here, y'all. This is a supposed to be a 4x4, but it's a 3x3, I'm thinking. And I have some chisels where I took this and just chiseled this little canal out. Now, my thing is, if I'm gonna do my walls in this camper, I'm trying to go lightweight here, and for the walls to section this off, I will only need a few pieces of these. I would not use I I would not use a whole stick or a whole log of my own. Like you can buy you say two of these 4x4s, which they gonna be wrote up as 4x4s, but they actually 3x3s. Get you two of them, measure out how long you want your wall, and you cut it. Matter of fact, some lumber companies and lumber yards do the cutting for you. If you have all this already written down, they will cut it to your specs of measurements. And then I took me some rulers, you measure it, and you find your center. Find your center on here, and you also have to find your depth. How deep do you want this? Mine is just a inch and a half or close to 2 inches deep here, but you can also come down as further as here if you're going to just use these cut cardboards as your wall. And before you stick them in here, go ahead and add you some Elmer's glue in here. Add you some Elmer's glue, and then set your walls in. Set your walls in, make sure it go all the way up, and at the top where your wall gonna be attached to, make sure that strip of lumber. In my camper, I can do it because I can add a strip in the top beam of the camper and attach another string to the bottom beam. But before I tighten them all up like that to stay in place, I need to get my cardboarding up there for my ceiling so I won't have no gaps or opening. But yes, use this as my wall design. And I'm only doing what I know how to do. So once I get my walls, and then it don't necessarily have to be this thick of lumber. You can use 2x4s. I have a piece of 2x4 over there, but y'all get the idea from this piece here that I just shared with you. And you go ahead and put your walls up for your bathroom, and the same thing. Use wallpaper to cover the cardboard boxing after you got your wall up. And once you get your wall up, go ahead and put a trim around that with that contact paper. Now, you would need contact paper for the outside, the same color as your sleeping space and your living area and your kitchen area. And I know some parts of the kitchen you might choose to go with a different contact paper because you want your kitchen to look like a kitchen. And once I get the walls up for the bathroom, then the inside of the bathroom walls as well will probably be a different color, which I like aqua blue. I would like some aqua blue contact paper to go over that as well. And a lot of the contact paper is not, some of it don't have adhesive on it. You can just use a spray adhesive and go on this cardboard box and then just run the paper, plain decorative paper over it to get your beautiful wall. That's my plans. And to get everything done, I have so many thoughts and plans with this camper, y'all. I have what they call that stuff, the planks. It's a mixed color of the oak planks like that you put the tile stuff on the floor and take the mallet and lock it in. I have some of that, and if I choose to put that on the floor of the camper, which is bright, and I do like brightness because y'all know I'm having eye trouble. I have glaucoma. I need to see. I want it bright and loudly colored so I can see things. Um, but yeah, I thought about doing that. If I decide not to go that route, use that on this particular camper, I will probably do like you seen the 4x4 I showed you. I would probably get the kind of hefty round ones. I would get the round sticks, posts, and I would just have them sliced up for me. Slice them up and put them in a box. Just slice them up and put them in a box. And I will use that as my floor tile. And I will take some liquid nail and apply on the back of each and get them all down with that liquid nail. And then I will go back and run a grout in the floor. And once I run that grout, I will wash everything down, get it cleaned up good. And I'm still doing some more thinking on that as well because I might need to sand them, which I'm going to have to sand each piece, each little slice, sand them up to get them smooth, and then I might have to use some polyurethane to just paint over them to kind of protect them a little bit from the grout that I have to put on the floor. And I might can just take my time and use a cake piping tool to just pipe in my grout to kind of help with some of the messiness and just take my time and complete the whole floor. Once it's done, let it set, let everything cure, and then I could get back in there with, I've been thinking about getting some epoxy, which maybe I would need maybe 2-3 gallons of epoxy and pour them all. I would have to get the kits and just pour them in a 5-gallon bucket and mix everything up with my drill, which I have a mixer that I can just attach to my drill and just mix everything up. And once I get it all mixed up like that with that epoxy, I can go in and just trowel the epoxy over the whole floor. The reason I choose to do it like that is because I want to preserve my flooring. I like a beautiful shining floor. Beautiful shining floor. And that epoxy will do it for me. And yet I keep in mind of the weight of the camper. Not to put too much down, but I do know once I get it down, I will have to plug in my heat gun and go over the top of the layer with my heat gun to pop any bubbles, make sure it's smooth out, nice and level. Once I get that done, bag up, keep going as I go, and let it dry. Once I let it dry, everything looking all good and clean and fresh, I will be very excited. Now, I know once I put this epoxy down, I got to keep in mind that I have a hole in the floor for my camper table. And my plan is to take that up, and cut the design in the slices of wood that I will put down to leave that hole open. I want to leave that hole open so I can put my table attachment back in the floor. And once I get all that done, get the floor all pretty, then I can start building my dinner tables. Ooh, excuse me. Excuse me, y'all. Build my seat for the table. Um, I probably won't be building too much, but I want to build these items where I can put them in, but I also can take them out if I need to, because I do plan to use my camper trailer for more than just a camper. My bed is a hideaway bed, and I can fold my bed up and move it aside. Then I can use my camper trailer as a cargo trailer. So I have to keep in mind that I can use it because, honey, when I get to smoking on my meats and stuff, they ain't gonna stick around. I need a way to haul them. And yeah, that's pretty much it. And I wanted to share that with y'all. And I also need to share y'all a little update on why I've been missing from doing my videos a little bit. Well, I've been sick, y'all. I've been having episodes where um, my head been hurting really, really bad. I get dizzy, can't really walk or do anything. And yeah, back in 2023, the doctors discovered that I have two brain tumors. Two brain tumors. And they didn't think to let me know. Okay. So now they're bothering me. One in the front here has grown substantially enough to be causing me enough problem to give me headache, 24/7 headache that feels like your worst migraine ever. And on top of that, now we are doing tests and stuff preparing for brain surgery. So I will give y'all an update on that after I do my consultation for that. And that's pretty much why I've been a little slow and missing. And the only thing I can do now is just plead with y'all and ask y'all, if you're watching this video, please like my video, comment on this video, and share it, please, with your friends or with camping groups or any way you can help me to survive this stuff, y'all. That's all it is. I'm doing things for survival at this moment. And if you're new to my channel, please subscribe. It's free. Please subscribe. And the only thing you would get is visualization on how I'm going to do this. And my income is low income, and I have to do recycling or use what I can have, thrift shopping and stuff to make this work. And I really, really, really will appreciate it if y'all could help me. So thank y'all for watching this video. Hopefully next time I can do one a little bit longer. I'm debating and trying to get back out to the camper, but I have to be very careful, y'all, on driving. I have to look once and look twice, maybe even look the third time to make sure I don't want to injure or hurt anybody else while I'm out driving and being out and about. So if I don't have to drive, I will not drive. And that's because these headaches is very brutal. They are very, very brutal. And they hurt. Um, I have found myself using ice packs to put on my head to combat the pain. So ice pack work. So thank y'all for watching this video. And I just needed to give y'all an update on what was going on with me and some of my thoughts on this camper and how to insulate it and get it done. And winter is upon me almost, and I've been slowed down. And I'm not looking at it as bad because everything happened for a reason. And I'm a true believer. of everything happening for a reason. So if I have to slow down, I just thank God for slowing me down. And I choose to do His will and not my own. So we just roll with that. And I appreciate each and every one of y'all being here, watching me, commenting, sharing my video, help it get out. And I also have a Amazon wish list in the description of the channel. Not this video, it's in the description of the channel. So if anyone care to donate or help me with anything, it's there. If I'm missing something, you can just add it as a gift. I will appreciate it. And my address is already connected to the wish list. And if I need to add something, y'all just let me know. And I'll try to go in and add to that wish list so you could help me. And I appreciate any help and all help that I can get any other time. And I know my walls will be cardboard walls, but I also will have it gonna be beautiful, y'all. I'm hoping it be beautiful when I get through so I can show y'all this. That's all I can think about how I want to show y'all this. And I do have a place I can park my camper. Right now it's in a storage unit, and long as I'm paying rent, it's not that bad. But my goals and plans is to take it back home, which is South Mississippi. And I have plenty of places to park it there. And I know there are new laws about homelessness, but guess what? When you got a camper, you're not homeless. You have a home. That's your home. And I haven't read the article, but I will Google it and try to find it. If somebody know what I'm talking about, please share it with me. It's the new law that President Trump has passed, and I want to read up on this article about homelessness because his homelessness may be representation of tent camping in the cities and tent camping different places and stuff like that. But if you're out in the woods and in the boondocks and you tent camping, who gonna walk out there stepping over snakes trying to find you? Okay, just my thought. But thank y'all. I'm gonna have to go now. No. Thank y'all for watching. Do share my video. I appreciate y'all being here, and I'll be looking forward to posting my next video. Y'all have a blessed day. Bye now.